very good morning. It's just past 8 this Monday morning and time again for The Breakfast Show. I'm Rukman. Over the next 1 hour, we take you through the major happenings from across India and the world. As the nation celebrated Diwali, Prime Minister Modi led the way, spending the day as he traditionally does with our brave soldiers. As he remembers Sardar Patel, the Iron Man of India, for his many contributions towards preserving India's unity in his Sunday Mann Ki Baat address. In politics, the process of government formation in Haryana sets in motion with the swearing in of Manohar Lal as Chief Minister and Khattar Chautala as Deputy. The focus now shifts squarely to Maharashtra. Here, word is that parleys for power sharing will take off in earnest only after Diwali, that was yesterday, and our reporters on the ground updating us on every development as the allies sort out issues of distribution of portfolios and the question of the Chief Minister's post. Strategic ties between India and Saudi Arabia in focus as the Prime Minister heads for the Middle Eastern country this afternoon, and also news from the world of business and sports. But first, the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi celebrates Diwali with soldiers at Rajouri in Jammu and Kashmir. Says the vigilance and valor of our soldiers keeps the nation safe. Thanks the warriors on behalf of the country. Prime Minister remembers Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's contribution in uniting India ahead of National Unity Day celebrations on 31st October in his 5th episode of Mann Ki Baat 2. He urges people to visit Statue of Unity at Kevadia in Gujarat. Prime Minister Modi to leave for Saudi Arabia today will attend the 3rd Future Investment Initiative Forum. Focus will be on energy, RuPay card, among others. Manohar Lal takes oath as Haryana Chief Minister for the 2nd consecutive term. JJP leader Khattar Chautala sworn in as Deputy Chief Minister. In international news, US President Donald Trump announces killing of ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi in raid in northwest Syria. Britain, France, Israel and Turkey support US operation and urge continuing the fight against terror. Hong Kong anti-government protest enters 21st straight weekend. Protesters set fire to shops and hurl petrol bombs after police fired tear gas to clear rally. In badminton, Indian duo of Satvik Sairaj, Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty suffer 18-21, 16-21 lost to top-seeded Indonesian pair of Kevin Sukamuljo and Marcus Fernaldi in finals of the French Open. In continuation of the tradition set in his first tenure, Prime Minister Narendra Modi celebrated the festival of Diwali with soldiers of the Indian Army at the line of control in Rajouri district of Jammu and Kashmir. This was the 3rd instance of the Prime Minister celebrating the auspicious festival with the troops in J&K. The Prime Minister visited the Hall of Fame in Rajouri and paid homage to the gallant soldiers and brave citizens who laid down their lives to protect Rajouri and Poonch sectors.
Diwali is here and everyone is engrossed in festivities, celebrating the festival of lights with their loved ones. But there are many who are away from their homes, keeping our borders secure so that we can enjoy the festival in peace. Saluting the spirit of our soldiers and keeping up with his tradition, Prime Minister Narendra Modi celebrated Diwali with the soldiers in Jammu and Kashmir's Rajouri. The Prime Minister extended Diwali greetings to the soldiers on behalf of 130 crore Indians, extremely proud of the warrior brave hearts.
पराक्रम की पराकाष्ठा करने का आपका जो मिजाज है, वो मिजाज कभी पराजित होने नहीं देता है। और इसलिए आज मुझे उस भूमि को प्रणाम करने का मौका मिला है उन वीरों के दर्शन करने का अवसर मिला है जिन्होंने पिछले 70 साल की परंपरा में बलिदानों की भी पराकाष्ठा की है, पराक्रम की पराकाष्ठा की है और परम विजय प्राप्त कर कर ही चैन लिया है। ऐसे आप लोग हैं।
Addressing the soldiers, Prime Minister said that everyone wishes to celebrate the festival of Diwali with their family and loved ones. And similarly, Prime Minister also travelled to be with his family that our brave soldiers are.
हमारे यहाँ एक परंपरा रही है कि दीपावली अपने परिवारजनों के बीच में मनानी चाहिए और इसलिए मैंने भी नियम बनाया है कि मैं भी दिवाली मेरे परिवारजनों के बीच में मनाऊं और इसीलिए आज दिवाली मनाने के लिए मेरे परिवारजनों के बीच आया हूं।
Prime Minister also highlighted the steps being taken to further strengthen and modernize the Indian Defence Forces. He added that the government is committed to taking steps to ensure the welfare of soldiers.
जब से हमें देश की सेवा करने का दायित्व मिला है, हमारी सेना सामर्थ्यवान हो, हमारी सेना आधुनिक हो, हमारे जवान विश्वास से भरे हुए हो और इसके लिए जो भी आवश्यकता है उसमें हमने कोई कमी नहीं रखी है। तेज गति से निर्णय हो रहे हैं, तेज गति से चीजें आगे बढ़ रही है।
PM Modi visited the Hall of Fame in Rajouri and paid homage to the gallant soldiers and brave citizens who laid down their lives to protect Rajouri and Poonch sectors. The Prime Minister later also made a stopover at the Pathankot Air Base to celebrate Diwali with the soldiers and air warriors. He referred to the National War Memorial in Delhi as the nation's tribute to the soldiers who made the supreme sacrifice for the nation.
नेशनल वॉर मेमोरियल एक प्रकार से देश ने हमारी इस वीर परंपरा को, हमारे वीरों को, हमारी सेना की 3 इकाइयों को एक प्रकार से अपनी कृतज्ञता व्यक्त की है।
Since 2014, PM Modi has been celebrating Diwali with the soldiers. And keeping the tradition alive, this year too, the Prime Minister celebrated with the guardians of our borders, encouraging the soldiers, boosting their spirits. Bureau Report, DD News.
The Prime Minister remembered Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's contribution in uniting India ahead of National Unity Day celebrations on the 31st of October. In the 5th episode of Mann Ki Baat 2, the Prime Minister also said that it was Sardar Patel who foiled the nefarious designs of our neighbouring country in Lakshadweep. The Prime Minister urged people to visit the Statue of Unity at Kevadia in Gujarat. While addressing the nation on his Mann Ki Baat program, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Sunday extended his greetings to the country on the auspicious occasion of Diwali. The Prime Minister said that festivals in India have huge potential for tourism, that Indians living abroad can play important roles in promoting festival tourism in India.
हमारा भारत जो कंट्री ऑफ फेस्टिवल्स है, उसमें फेस्टिवल टूरिज्म की भी अपार संभावनाएं हैं। हमारा प्रयास होना चाहिए कि होली हो, दिवाली हो, ओणम हो, पोंगल हो, बिहू हो, इन जैसे त्योहारों का प्रसार करें और त्योहारों की खुशियों में अन्य राज्यों, अन्य देशों के लोगों को भी शामिल करें। भारत में फेस्टिवल टूरिज्म बढ़ाने में देश के बाहर रहने वाले भारतीयों की भूमिका भी बहुत अहम है।
PM Modi also expressed happiness over the fact that the world's tallest Statue of Unity, found a place in Time magazine's list of world's 100 greatest places of 2019. Prime Minister urged people to visit the Statue of Unity at Kevadia in Gujarat.
साथियों, कौन हिंदुस्तानी होगा जिसको इस बात का गर्व नहीं होगा कि पिछले दिनों टाइम मैगजीन ने दुनिया के 100 महत्वपूर्ण टूरिस्ट डेस्टिनेशन में स्टैच्यू ऑफ यूनिटी को भी अहम स्थान दिया है। मुझे आशा है कि आप सभी लोग अपने कीमती समय से कुछ वक्त निकालकर स्टैच्यू ऑफ यूनिटी देखने तो जाएंगे ही, लेकिन मेरा आग्रह जो है कि हर हिंदुस्तानी जो यात्रा करने के लिए समय निकालता है वे भारत के कम से कम 15 टूरिस्ट डेस्टिनेशन परिवार के साथ करें, जहां जाए वहां रात को रुके। ये मेरा आग्रह तो बरकरार है ही है।
The Prime Minister also expressed happiness over the fact that fellow countrymen have responded positively after he urged them to celebrate Diwali in a different way this year. In his previous edition of Mann Ki Baat, the Prime Minister had also urged people to celebrate the achievements of Nari Shakti in India.
वारंगल के कोड़ीपाका रमेश ने नमो ऐप पर लिखा कि मेरी माँ मेरी शक्ति है। 1990 में 1990 में जब मेरे पिताजी का निधन हो गया था तो मेरी माँ ने ही 5 बेटों की जिम्मेदारी उठाई। आज हम 5 भाई अच्छे प्रोफेशन में हैं। मेरी माँ ही मेरे लिए भगवान है और वो सच अर्थ में भारत की लक्ष्मी है। रमेश जी, आपकी माता जी को मेरे प्रणाम। मेघा जैन जी ने लिखा है कि 92 ईयर की 92 साल की एक बुजुर्ग महिला वर्षों से ग्वालियर रेलवे स्टेशन पर यात्रियों को मुफ्त में पानी पिलाती है। ऐसी अनेक कहानियां लोगों ने शेयर की।
PM Modi also praised those who are involved in cleanliness drives in India. The Prime Minister lauded the efforts of our brave soldiers who conducted cleanliness drives on the highest battleground on earth in Siachen.
भारतीय सेना की इस अद्भुत प्रतिबद्धता के लिए मैं देशवासियों की ओर से उनकी सराहना करता हूं, कृतज्ञता प्रकट करता हूं। वहां इतनी ठंड है कि कुछ भी डिकम्पोज होना मुश्किल है। ऐसे में कूड़े कचरे को अलग करना और उसका प्रबंधन करना अपने आप में काफी महत्वपूर्ण काम है। ऐसे में ग्लेशियर और उनके आसपास के इलाके से 130 टन और उससे भी ज्यादा कचरा हटाना, और वो भी यहाँ के फ्रेजाइल इकोसिस्टम के बीच, कितनी बड़ी सेवा है ये।
To promote local products and small businesses, the Prime Minister also urged countrymen to shop from small retailers and celebrate this auspicious occasion of Diwali with utter safety. Bureau Report, DD News. Prime Minister Modi also shared his thoughts on the 2010 Allahabad verdict on Ram Janambhoomi. The Prime Minister praised people of the country for their understanding following the Allahabad High Court's verdict on the Ram Janambhoomi case in 2010. He said that every section of society respected the Allahabad High Court's verdict in the case. PM Modi said that the unity exhibited by countrymen in 2010 proved to be a source of strength for the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Sunday praised the people of the country for their understanding following the Allahabad High Court's verdict on the Ram Janambhoomi case in 2010. PM Modi said that every section of society respected the Allahabad High Court's verdict in the case. In his address to the nation in his Mann Ki Baat program, the Prime Minister also said that the unity displayed by countrymen in 2010 was an example of how unity among its people can provide strength to a country.
जब राम जन्मभूमि पर फैसला आया तब सरकार ने, राजनीतिक दलों ने, सामाजिक संगठनों ने, सिविल सोसाइटी ने, सभी संप्रदायों के प्रतिनिधियों ने, साधु संतों ने बहुत ही संतुलित और संयमित बयान दिए, माहौल से तनाव कम करने का प्रयास। लेकिन आज मुझे वो दिन बराबर याद है। जब भी उस दिन को याद करता हूं मन को खुशी होती है। न्यायपालिका की गरिमा को बहुत ही गौरवपूर्ण रूप से सम्मान दिया और कहीं पर भी गर्माहट का, तनाव का माहौल नहीं बनने दिया। ये बातें हमेशा याद रखनी चाहिए।
While discussing the unity and integrity of the country, the Prime Minister also hailed the contribution of the Iron Man of India, Sardar Patel, for his efforts in keeping India unified. The Prime Minister said that it was Sardar Patel who foiled the nefarious designs of our neighbour in Lakshadweep.
1947 में भारत विभाजन के तुरंत बाद हमारे पड़ोसी की नजर लक्षद्वीप पर थी और उसने अपने झंडे के साथ जहाज भेजा था। सरदार पटेल को जैसे ही इस बात की जानकारी मिली, उन्होंने मुदलियार ब्रदर्स आरकोट रामास्वामी मुदलियार और आरकोट लक्ष्मण स्वामी मुदलियार से कहा कि वो त्रावणकोर के लोगों के साथ लेकर तुरंत कुछ करें और वहां तिरंगा फहराएं। लक्षद्वीप में तिरंगा पहला फहरना चाहिए। उनके आदेश के फौरन बाद वहां तिरंगा फहराया गया और लक्षद्वीप पर कब्जा करने के पड़ोसी के हर मंसूबे देखते ही देखते ध्वस्त कर दिए।
Prime Minister also paid tribute to Guru Nanak Dev Ji on his 550th birth anniversary celebrations. Recalling the selfless service of Guru Nanak towards humanity, the Prime Minister urged countrymen to inculcate Guru Nanak Dev Ji's thoughts and ideals in their lives.
अभी कुछ दिन पहले ही करीब 85 देशों के 85 कंट्रीज के राजदूत दिल्ली से अमृतसर गए थे। वहां उन्होंने अमृतसर के स्वर्ण मंदिर के दर्शन किए और ये सब गुरु नानक देव जी के 550वें प्रकाश पर्व के निमित्त हुआ था। वहां इन सारे राजदूतों ने गोल्डन टेम्पल के दर्शन तो किए ही, उन्हें सिख परंपरा संस्कृति के बारे में भी जानने का अवसर मिला। मेरी कामना है कि गुरु नानक देव जी के 550वां प्रकाश पर्व हमें उनके विचारों और आदर्शों को अपने जीवन में उतारने की और अधिक प्रेरणा दे।
PM Modi also paid tribute to former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi by remembering her on her death anniversary, which falls on the 31st of October. Besides, the Prime Minister also called upon all to once again participate in the Run for Unity on National Unity Day, which will be celebrated on the birth anniversary of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel on the 31st of October. Bureau Report, DD News.
The Central Vigilance Commission is observing Vigilance Awareness Week from today onwards till the 2nd of November. The theme is Integrity, a Way of Life. This is observed every year during the week in which the birthday of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel falls, that is on the 31st of October. The Vigilance Awareness Week observed by the Central Vigilance Commission affirms its commitment towards promotion of integrity and probity in public life through citizen participation. Central Vigilance Commissioner Sharad Kumar outlined the various outreach and media campaigns being organized by the Commission to create awareness among the public.
Vigilance Awareness Week, observed each year by the Central Vigilance Commission, affirms its commitment to promotion of integrity and probity in public life through citizen participation. Integrity, a way of life, have been chosen as the theme for the Vigilance Awareness Week this year by the Commission. Integrity and ethics form the foundational pillars of a nation, and national development takes place when individuals and organizations are committed to integrity as a core value. Combating corruption is not just a matter of making laws and creating institutions, but it is deeply rooted in human values and morals of individuals. Cultivating ethical values is essential for building a new India. The Commission believes that this theme would help draw the attention of all sections of society, especially the youth, of significance of ethical conduct in building of an honest, non-discriminatory and corruption-free society. Various outreach activities and media campaigns are organized to create awareness of the importance of integrity and the ill effects of corruption in our national life. Integrity pledges are taken at public functions, banners, posters, etc. are displayed at prime locations, marathons, bicycle and public rallies, human chains and street theatre performances are held at public places all across the country. Seminars, debates, lectures and competitions are organized in towns and cities across the country. Integrity clubs are formed in schools and colleges as part of this campaign for the inculcation of ethical values among the youth. Specific awareness campaigns are conducted in the village gram sabhas, towns and cities, and for youth studying in schools and colleges across the country. The Commission's initiative, like taking a voluntary integrity pledge, integrity clubs in schools and colleges, mass awareness campaigns, are efforts to motivate people to observe ethical behavior in everyday life. The Commission appeals to all to inculcate integrity as a way of life for the realization of the full potential of the individual and the progress of the nation.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be on a day-long visit to Saudi Arabia starting today. The Prime Minister will deliver the keynote address at the third session of the Future Investment Initiative Forum in Riyadh. The FII is also known as the Davos of the desert. India and Saudi Arabia are likely to sign 12 agreements in key areas like civil aviation, defense procurement, security cooperation, non-renewable energy sector during the visit. But most importantly, an MOU is likely to be signed to establish the Strategic Partnership Council for both the countries. Energy security has been the main area of India's engagement with Saudi Arabia so far. India is on its way to transforming the buyer-seller relationship in this sector into a much larger strategic partnership. The visit is expected to further cement the strategic ties between the two countries. Prime Minister Modi is visiting the Saudi Kingdom on the invitation of King Salman and will hold bilateral talks with him during the visit. Though a short visit, it is very intense and strong on deliverables and hopes to further strengthen the growing strategic relationship between the two countries. And ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Saudi Arabia, our correspondent Kanchan Prasad had an exclusive conversation with Indian Ambassador to Saudi Arabia, Asif Saeed.
How would you like to define the bilateral relationship of the two countries as of now?
In the last 1 decade or so, and more so in the last 4 to 5 years, the two countries decided and consciously moved away from this buyer-seller relationship and then decided to and agreed to rather that both should form the strategic partnership, and this encompasses wide areas, not just necessarily the oil, but then areas like security cooperation, defense, investments and agriculture and so on and so forth.
Sir, I believe during the upcoming visit, the Strategic Partnership Council, an MOU regarding that is going to be signed. So would you like to tell us about some contours about this council which is going to come?
Yeah. See, if you ask me, this would be the biggest deliverable of the current visit of our Honorable Prime Minister to Saudi Arabia. The idea of the Strategic Partnership Council emerged during the Crown Prince visit, to India, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in February to India. This council will be the highest bilateral mechanism which would be existing between the two countries. It would be headed on the Indian side by our Prime Minister and on the Saudi side by the Crown Prince, and it would have two parallel verticals. One vertical would be on the political and security cooperation. This would be headed by the foreign ministers of both countries. Then there is another vertical which will be on economy and investments, which would be headed from our side by our CIM, Commerce and Industry Minister, and on the Saudi side by their Minister of Energy.
So would you like to say some more MOUs, tell us about some more MOUs which are there to be...
There are 12 agreements being signed, and apart from the strategic partnership agreement, there is an important agreement on the security cooperation. There is an agreement on defense, for defense procurement, defense industries. There is an agreement on renewable energy. We are going to launch the Rupee Gateway, in Saudi Arabia, which would definitely help the huge Indian diaspora of 2.6 million, and also the Indian tourists and pilgrims, Hajj and Umrah pilgrims will come. On the workforce side, the integration of the e-Tawteeq with e-Migrate, which was again discussed in February this year, has been completed, so that will also be launched. There will be several G2B and B2B agreements which will be also be signed on the sidelines of the visit.
From Strategic Partnership Council to defense cooperation to security cooperation, launch of RuPay card, there is a lot on the platter when Prime Minister Modi visits Saudi Arabia. With cameraman Ankur, Rajesh Raj, Bimalendu, this is Kanchan Prasad.
In Haryana, Manohar Lal Khattar took oath as the Chief Minister of the state for a second time yesterday. He will head the BJP Jan Nayak Janata Party coalition government in the state. Jan Nayak Janata Party leader Dushyant Chautala was sworn in as the Deputy Chief Minister of Haryana. Governor Satyadev Narayan Arya administered the oath of office and secrecy at a ceremony held at Raj Bhavan in Chandigarh. BJP on Friday sealed a deal with the JJP to form the government in the state. In the 90-member assembly, a minimum strength of 46 MLAs is required to form the government. Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated Manohar Lal Khattar and Dushyant Chautala for taking oath as Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister of Haryana. In a tweet, he said, "Congratulations to M.L. Khattar and Dushyant Chautala on taking oath as CM and Deputy CM of Haryana. Best wishes to them as they work to fulfill the aspirations of the people of Haryana." In Maharashtra, several rounds of meetings have taken place to finalize the contours of government formation in the state. Shiv Sena Chief Uddhav Thackeray met all his MLAs in Mumbai on Saturday. The Shiv Sena fought the assembly elections in Maharashtra in an alliance with the BJP. Shiv Sena is insisting on rotational power sharing between the Sena and the BJP. BJP will hold a meeting of newly elected MLAs on the 30th of October and decide thereafter. Nadia district of West Bengal is witnessing overwhelming response from the unorganized sector's workers to the Pradhanmantri Shram Yogi Man Dhan Yojana. More in this ground report.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi had rolled out the Pradhanmantri Shram Yogi Man Dhan Yojana for the workers of the unorganized sector. The workers in the age group of 18 to 40 years whose monthly income is below 15,000 rupees come under its ambit. The beneficiaries, after they attain 60 years of age, get minimum assured monthly pension of 3,000 rupees.
This Pradhanmantri Shram Yogi Man Dhan Yojana is immensely beneficial and it's a welfare scheme for all of us. I'm really happy with this scheme.
Beneficiaries say that this scheme has come as a great relief for them and they are thankful to Prime Minister Modi for the initiative.
This scheme is very beneficial for us. We get 3,000 rupees per month after attaining 60 years of age. It would secure our future.
Pradhanmantri Shram Yogi Man Dhan Yojana is securing the future of the unorganized sector workers. This Yojana is a beacon of hope across the country for the unorganized sector workers. Bureau Report, DD News.
And time now for some international news. ISIS chief Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead in a secret US Special Forces raid in northwest Syria. Confirming the news, US President Donald Trump said that the elusive leader of the ruthless IS and the world's #1 terrorist has been killed in a daring nighttime raid by US forces. Trump said that capturing or killing Baghdadi, the founder and leader of ISIS, has been the top national security priority of his administration. He said no US troops were killed in the operation, but a number of Baghdadi's followers also died. Despite being hunted by the world's best intelligence agencies and the US authorities offering a whopping $25 million reward for information leading to his capture, Baghdadi has proved to be incredibly elusive. Baghdadi joined Al-Qaeda in Iraq, which merged with other Islamist groups to form the Islamic State of Iraq. He became the group's leader in 2010 after his predecessor was killed by US forces.
Last night, the United States brought the world's #1 terrorist leader to justice. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead. He was the founder and leader of ISIS, the most ruthless and violent terror organization anywhere in the world. The United States has been searching for Baghdadi for many years. Capturing or killing Baghdadi has been the top national security priority of my administration.
And while leaders of Iraq, Turkey, UK and Israel reacted positively to the news on social media, Iran has warned that this was not the end of the Islamic State group. Iranian Information Minister Mohammad Javad Azari Jahromi tweeted in response to Trump's post, "Not a big deal, you just killed your creature," accusing Iran's longtime foe, United States, of creating Islamic State. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said on Twitter, "The killing of Daesh's ringleader marks a turning point in our joint fight against terrorism. Turkey will continue to support anti-terror efforts as it has done in the past. I am confident that a decisive struggle against terrorism in line with the spirit of the alliance will bring peace to all of humanity." British Prime Minister Boris Johnson said on Twitter, "The death of Baghdadi is an important moment in our fight against terror, but the battle against the evil of Daesh is not yet over." Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu congratulated US President Donald Trump. He said that this reflects the united resolve of the free countries led by the United States to fight the forces of terror, terror organizations and terrorist states. Hong Kong anti-government protests have entered their 21st straight weekend. Protesters set fire to shops and hurled petrol bombs after police fired tear gas to clear a rally. The protesters, many in all-black clothing and face masks, now banned under a resurrected British colonial-era law, had gathered to denounce perceived police brutality during more than 4 months of often violent unrest in the Chinese-ruled city. Police warned all rioters to stop all illegal acts immediately. Police later moved away, leaving protesters, pedestrians and tourists alike to take over the street under the neon lights. And California's Governor Gavin Newsom has declared a statewide emergency due to the unprecedented high winds that have led to the Kincare fire in the state. The blaze has destroyed dozens of homes and wineries, including the iconic Soda Rock winery built in 1869. The Kincare fire ignited on Wednesday and spread quickly due to powerful wind gusts up to 145 kilometers per hour. Fire officials say more than 3,000 firefighters, backed by air tankers and helicopters, were battling to control the blaze, which was not expected to be contained before the 7th of November. In a bid to reduce the risk of fire, California's largest utility, the Pacific Gas and Electric Company, said it expected to turn off power to nearly 1 million customers across northern and central California. The same type of line was responsible for California's deadliest wildfire ever, last year's Camp Fire, which killed 86 people. PG&E, which filed for bankruptcy protection earlier this year, has been blamed for several other fires in the state in recent years. And several hundred police and their supporters demonstrated in Haiti's capital for better salaries for law enforcement as anti-government marchers also took to the streets on Sunday. Presidential detractors demanded that Moise resign. They were joined by some church-goers on their way out of services. Since coming to power in February 2017, Moise has had to face the anger of an opposition movement that refuses to recognize his victory in an election widely seen as dubious. But even before this crisis erupted, Moise was accused of corruption. An auditor's court probing $2 billion in aid from a Venezuelan oil fund found that companies run by Moise before he became president were at the heart of an embezzling scheme. And time now for news from the world of business and finance. My colleague Achal joins us. Well, Achal, a very good morning to you. It's over to you now.
Well, thank you very much, Rukma. And let's have a look at those news which are making headlines in the world of business. Bollywood actor Rajkumar Rao with Ashish Kumar Chauhan, MD and CEO BSE participated in the opening bell at BSE yesterday. The BSE benchmark Sensex rose 192 points to end at 39,250 yesterday as investors built up fresh positions in the special Muhurat trading session to mark the beginning of Hindu Samvat year 2076. The 30-share index, after opening on a firm footing at 39,397, inched up to 39,402. Barring telecom and consumer durables, all BSE sectoral indices finished in green, led by industrial, auto, basic materials and capital goods. Domestic markets conduct a special Muhurat trading session on Diwali every year to mark the beginning of the traditional Hindu year calendar called Vikram Samvat. Now moving on to the news related to FPIs, Indian capital markets witnessed a net inflow of rupees 3 crores by FPIs in the month of October. This came after the government has taken some steps to revive the domestic demand coupled with positive global cues. FPIs have been net buyers for the second consecutive month. The bulk of inflows in the equities was due to favorable global cues as UK and European Union reached a new Brexit deal and a partial US-China deal being done on the trade front. These developments have eased concerns over global economic growth as US-China trade war have been for a long time and upsetting the fabric of the markets, and therefore now the FPIs are investing in Indian markets, which we call as emerging markets. Now, the Reserve Bank of India has clarified that it has neither sold gold from its reserve nor it is trading in the yellow metal. RBI stated that the fluctuation in its gold reserve values was due to change in re-evaluation frequency, which depends on the international prices of gold and exchange rates. Reports have appeared in certain sections of the media that RBI has been trading in gold of late. So therefore, RBI has clarified that it has not sold any gold or has done trading in a series of tweets done by RBI yesterday. That's all we have in this edition of Finance World. Back to Rukma for other more news updates.
Thank you very much, Achal. And time now to move on to sports. In badminton, India's top men's doubles pair of Satvik Sairaj Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty lost to world number 1 pair of Marcus Fernaldi Gideon and Kevin Sanjay Sukamuljo in the finals of the French Open in Paris on Sunday night. The Indian duo settled for silver after losing the final 18-21, 16-21. The Indonesian pair took the first game 21-18. Satvik and Chirag fought hard in the second game, pulling level at 6-all before the opposition stepped foot on the pedal and opened a 4-point lead at 19-15 before wrapping up the second game and the match at 21-16. Satvik and Chirag, who had won their maiden Super 500 title at the Thailand Open in August, looked a bit nervy in the 35-minute final. Despite the loss, the duo's effort is commendable, as this is the first time an Indian men's doubles pair have reached a World Tour 750 final. And top seed Dominic Thiem claimed his 16th career title and 5th of 2019 on Sunday with a 3-6, 6-4, 6-3 comeback win over Argentina's Diego Schwartzman in the Vienna ATP final. The 26-year-old Austrian delighted a packed home crowd in a victory stretched over 2 hours and 25 minutes. Thiem improved to 9-0 in his home country this year, having also lifted the Kids Buhel Trophy in August without dropping a set. World number 5 Thiem is the first player to lift 5 tour-level trophies in 2019, breaking a 5-way tie with Novak Djokovic, Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer and Daniil Medvedev. And Roger Federer clinched a record extending 10th Swiss Indoors Championship title in his hometown of Basel with a crushing 6-2, 6-2 victory over Australia's Alex de Minaur on Sunday. 38-year-old Swiss has now won 103 singles titles in his career and the record win in Basel. Two-time Grand Slam winner Naomi Osaka started her 2019 WTA Finals campaign in style as she saw off the threat of world number 6 Petra Kvitova 7-6, 4-6, 6-4 in a thrilling encounter in Shenzhen. Osaka edged tight first set on a tie-break before losing the second set despite leading as Kvitova drew the match level. In the third set, Osaka maintained her composure on the crucial points to edge the match and gain maximum points in the red group in the round-robin format. In the other match, in that group number 1 seed, Ashleigh Barty recovered from a set down to beat 7 seed Belinda Bencic 5-7, 6-1, 6-2 in just under 2 hours, and with it guaranteed that she will end the year as the world number 1. Bencic came out of the blocks quickly, but Barty assumed control from the second set to comfortably secure the win and join Osaka at the top of the red group. The WTA Finals is comprised of the top 8 players in the world, split into 2 groups, red and purple. It's the 28th of October today. Let's take a look at the major happenings that took place on this day in history.
In 1636, Harvard University was founded in Cambridge, Massachusetts. It is the oldest college in the United States. On the same day in 1867, Sister Nivedita, Scots-Irish social worker and a disciple of Swami Vivekananda, was born in Ireland. On this day in 1886, the Statue of Liberty was dedicated in New York Harbor by President Grover Cleveland. On the same day in 1914, Dr. Jonas Edward Salk, the American medical researcher who developed the first vaccine against polio, was born in New York City. On this day in 1955, Microsoft founder Bill Gates was born in Seattle, Washington.
And we now take a look at the events listed for later today.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi to leave for Saudi Arabia on a 2-day visit. The focus of the visit will be energy, launching RuPay card, and a speech at the 3rd Future Investment Initiative Forum, also known as the Davos of the Desert. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar to meet the Foreign Minister of Nicaragua, Denis Ronaldo Moncada Colindres, in New Delhi. The 16th session of the Kerala Legislative Assembly is scheduled to begin. The 19-day session will include a special session to mark the 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi.
Delhi's air quality dipped to very poor as citizens defied the Supreme Court enforced 2-hour limit for bursting crackers on Diwali last night. According to government agencies, at 11 p.m., Delhi's overall air quality index stood at 327. The levels of PM10 tiny particulate matter reached as high as 515 micrograms per cubic meter in Anand Vihar during the day. In Wazirpur and Bawana, PM 2.5 levels crossed the 400 mark, and AQI between 301 to 400 is considered very poor and 401 to 500 severe. Above 500 is severe plus emergency category. 25 of 37 air quality monitoring stations in the capital recorded their air quality index in very poor category or beyond. A PMO-led panel has directed implementing agencies and the NCR states to intensify and anti-pollution measures up to mid-November so that there is immediate impact on air quality. The centre has also asked Haryana and Punjab to stop stubble burning completely for the next critical days. As Diwali gets over, the pollution caused due to firecrackers is yet to go away. Although the situation in Mumbai is not as intense compared to Delhi, but the air quality witnessed a marginal spike in pollution levels during Diwali night. Locals in Mumbai breathe easy this year with major pollutants PM 2.5 and PM 10 docking at 32 and 43 respectively in Haji Ali area, levels which come in good category as per the air quality index data. And in today's health segment, we share a report on how air pollution affects the health and also the various precautionary measures one can take to prevent from the ill effects of air pollution on health.
Air pollution is a major environmental health problem. Pollutants in the air not only increase the risk of respiratory illnesses, but have a range of effects on the overall health.
When one inhales bad air, it causes inflammation in the airways, and there are certain changes which happen in the proteins, cell proteins, and those proteins are identified as foreign bodies, and our own body starts acting against those proteins. So there is a state of inflammation which sets in the body, which results in many types of disorders. It increases the risk of diabetes. Even obesity is being linked with air pollution these days.
Knowing about the sources that contribute to air pollution and what precautions may be taken when the pollution levels are high is essential.
One can share the car or pool the car when going to the office or going to any place where many people are going, or even taking appropriate measures at the construction site so the dust doesn't go high up in the air, or by stopping the crop burning. If air quality is bad, then one can use masks while on the road, or one can also avoid going out at the times when there is air quality is very bad, and one can avoid going for morning walks in the morning when it is air is supposed to be really bad in days where air pollution is high.
Take steps to reduce the levels of pollution in the air and make the environment clean to reduce the risk of illnesses and ensure a healthy life for everyone. Kiran Bhardwaj, DD News.
The Delhi Blind Relief Association has over the years trained many visually impaired people, making them self-reliant. Many of the decorative items made by these visually impaired youngsters are sold at melas during Diwali. And as always, people are fascinated by the products, but what goes into making them? This story tells us more.
The festival of Deepavali brings light into our lives, but many people are unable to fully experience the festival of light being visually impaired. However, there are those who are determined not to let this dampen their spirits. The Delhi Blind Relief Association has not only given hope to these visually impaired people, but given them a chance to be direct participants in Diwali celebrations. The Blind Relief Association has completed 75 years since its foundation. The students are taught how to make lamps, paper bags and several other decorative items. They are also taught computer skills in English. Due care is taken to ensure that they are not drawn into any form of depression.
एक समय था कि माँ बाप के सामने 10 रुपया के लिए हाथ फैलाना पड़ता था, लेकिन आज माँ बाप के भी खर्च देखता हूँ, अपनी भी खर्च देखता हूँ.
The Blind Relief Association runs schools and training institutions for visually impaired children. The students are doing very well, and some have been selected even for the civil services. At a Diwali fair recently, people appreciated their skills and bought several products. Eyesight is precious, but so is hard work. These young people exemplify great courage as they fight darkness every day in their lives. But the positive attitude shows us the true light of success. Bureau Report, DD News.
And time now to take a look at weather across the country. Well, that's all we have for you in today's edition of The Breakfast Show. But before we go, we leave you with glimpses of a pop-up art show with a blend of flowers and fashion in New York City. Take a look and enjoy. Namaskar.